It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Checking out Atlanta, they've been a different team than the one we saw last season, and not for the better. They're currently 7th in the conference, quite a dip from where they were a year ago. And tonight, we get to see Dwight Howard suit up, cape and all.
Superman
is in the building. A somewhat polarizing figure at times. Shaq, in your mind, is he a future Hall of Famer?
8-time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Close call. He may get it. I don't know.
Very non-committal.
But you know why? You know why? Because the first half of his career was dominant.
Oh, yeah. And you said no doubt.
No doubt this guy is going to change the game. And then all of a sudden, halfway through his career, he changed his game and hasn't really improved as much as we might have thought. So I agree with Shaq. A lot of hefty numbers in his first 8 years.
That'll be a close call. Again, how do you see it, Shaq? That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Washington Wizards are ready for this thing to get started. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. You take a look at the Hawks. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
And I think for the Hawks, it's early, but we can already say something about them that we couldn't say last year. This may be a team with legitimate playoff hopes.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. And now Washington's starting group. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Parker out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Portis in at the 5. Herter. Land against Portis. One kick kicks to Collins. 5 on the clock. Here's Prince. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. All with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Here's Parker. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Parker's got the game going here with the first basket for Washington. And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness. Sometimes it's really about personality.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Ariza against Prince. Kicks it to Len. Great D that time from Portis.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
And they pick up 2.
Pretty calm in the paint there from Jabari, taking his time and getting the shot that he wanted.
Here's Young. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Good.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Lloyd Pierce. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked about his team's game plan coming into the matchup. I addressed the shot blocking and the demoralizing effect that team has, and he said that could be a factor psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is to play unselfishly, draw the help, and kick the ball to the open man. If we execute our offense well, we'll be fine. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, David. Guys, just how difficult is it to face a team with this kind of defense?
Kevin, it is tough. They've got some guys who can totally wreck your game plan with their activity on D.
I also wonder if this is going to give them a spark of their own on defense. You face a team with this kind of pressure, and it can get you fired up to prove that you're every bit as tough as your opponent.
Here's Young. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Wall attacking. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
That one misses.
And Wall has said he wants to be in the MVP conversation moving forward. A terrific floor general with unreal athleticism.
Now here's Wall. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New York.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor. Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Parker finds Wall. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The drive by Beal. It's good.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018, a top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Portis.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Knicks in New York. Here's Wall. Len grabs the board. Len's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Prince against Ariza. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, the defender didn't move him off one bit, and Torian Prince collects 2 more.
Young against Wall. Shoots over Bazemore, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Atlanta making a switch here. Davis is checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Ryan's checked in. It's Young on the wing, covered by Wall. Wall with a block, but he gets it back. Chalk up 2 there. Washington leading now by 4. To the inside. Shoots from 8, and Howard with the nice bucket inside.
And Howard loves getting positioned down that deep, knowing he's a force in the paint.
Tipped away. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Houston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And with where Washington is, they're just right now outperforming those preseason predictions. And that's because they're getting help from some unlikely sources.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 40-point game against Golden State. A reverse.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start. Just doing the job on the backboard.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And then for Washington, Sam Decker comes in for Parker, and Satoransky subbed in for Bradley Beal. That one misses for Davis. You can see it all over the league. Injuries, Brent, beginning to affect some teams, but it's hard to pay your stars and maintain a deep bench all under the salary cap. It's a very difficult dance to do.
This is why sitting next to you as a broadcaster is a really less stressful thing to do.
Oh, yeah,
rather
right.
than be a general manager in the league.
Yeah.
So hard to make.
But you could be a general manager in this league.
Maybe at some point, Kevin, but right now I'm enjoying this seat with you. And I'm wondering how it is that some of these teams can get creative with cap analytics guys and their strategy, how much they want to press forward given some of the restrictions of what you can do with your roster. But we know the more players you have that can step in and be ready, these deeper teams during the regular season usually pile up a few more wins than those that don't have that approach.
Dedmon with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Dedmon kicks to Young.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Ryan passes to Howard. Wizards passing it around. 5 to shoot. Here's Decker. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Got a piece of it. Wall with the steal. Pass to Howard. And Bryant kicks to Satoransky. Lob pass to Bryant. Howard misses.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Carter outside. Bazemore against Satoransky. The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And it's Bryant missing. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Golden State Warriors. Young finds Davis. Unloads from 13. He can't get that one. Good D by Howard. And it's Wall with the ball for Washington. 9-point game. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Atlanta gets called for the foul. The Wizards shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
Good on both.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Now here's Bazemore. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Davis. Bazemore on the wing. Good on the triple.
Well, once Bazemore gets the ball off the pass, he immediately skies up for the jump shot and nails it. You like to see that kind of assertive, aggressive, confident attitude.
Davis against Bryant. Back to Satoransky. Feeds it to Green. Here's Decker. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. Washington leading now by 8. Outside, Wall. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
A chance here to check out John Wall. Just an incredible month of basketball. Getting around 24 points per, 4.5 steals, and 8 assists. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Wall. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
Back to Bazemore. Davis with it. Picked up by Bryant. Outside, Davis. Just 4 to shoot.
Right now, he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Wall passes to Green. That one goes. Count it. Green's got his second basket of the night.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Pass to Bazemore. The Hawks working the ball around. That one drops for him. He's got 5.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Collins checked in for Deontay Davis. And a switcher also for Washington. Portis, he's checked in for Bryant. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. All with it. He has 5. Pass to Portis. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And the Wizards lead by 9.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Wall with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Wall's got 7 points.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now here's Satoransky. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Wall against Bazemore. And Carter has it in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. Carter's got his second bucket.
At least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Now here's Wall. He's got 7. And a wide open look for Portis. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Now Wall. That will count. And so it's the Washington Wizards ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, he's like, there's been a trade, you know, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine James and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
Well, you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of 1? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Wizards 5 right now. Beal and Ariza fill out the perimeter. Portis is out there with Green, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Here's Ariza following the score by Vince Carter. Good work there as it goes. Ariza's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, a versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league as really just a raw athlete, it's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
He kicks it to Beal. From deep. And again, Washington with the triple.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
To the paint. To the paint. Here's Collins. Green with the block. And he recovers it. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
He misses the free throw. The Hawks making a switch here. Len's checked in. And then for Washington, Howard's checked in for Green. And Jabari Parker subbed in for Satoransky. He hits the second from the line. Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in the successive years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a one-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowable.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Carter. The Hawks trail by 11. The feed to Dedmon. Howard with the steal. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader. Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for Washington.
And their guards have led the way in that regard. The ball is in their hands, and credit to them. They're not just looking to get shots up. They're of the mindset to create great looks for everybody.
Parker kicks to Portis. Over Dedmon. The offensive rebound. Howard. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Wizards 5th.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
Now, here's Dedmon. Defended by Portis. Back to Prince. Makes it off the glass.
Taurean Prince had his eyes on the rim the whole way there. Love how aggressive he was there on that drive.
Now here's Ariza. D right on him. Howard with it. Now guarded by Len. Beal from long range. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. The Hawks trail by 14. And here is Howard. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Knicks in New York.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Young against Ariza. Young dishes to Prince. Young outside.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Now here's Parker. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Misses in close.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. John Wall's checked in for Washington. To the middle. It's stolen by Ariza. And the dunk by Parker.
So awesome to see Jabari Parker return to form, especially when he's rising up.
Wall against Young.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now here's Howard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Young. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. There's the pass to Prince. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Washington now. They're on a 16-7 run. Sinks the three-pointer.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Here's Wall. He has 7. Outside Beal. The tray. Knocks it loose. Howard kicks to Beal. Back to Howard. 6 to shoot. Here's Wall. Bazemore against Beal. Prince outside for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta. A new head coach, Lloyd Pierce, is looking to bring a defensive approach to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Pierce has the resume you would want from a defensive coach. He came up in those teams in Memphis during the grit and grind time and learned some defensive techniques from Brett Brown in Philadelphia. Helped them last year on the defensive end to be a much stingier defense in the league.
And here's Wall after Taurean Prince hitting the 3. 2 points. That one goes. 9 points for Wall.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, that was a real heartbreaker. And what an amazing push they delivered, though, in that third quarter. But again, just coming up short against some tough opposition, and it turned out to be too much to overcome.
Sam Decker's checked in for Jabari Parker.
Looking here at some numbers for Bradley Beal. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging about 23 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Young, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wizards leading by 12. On the wing, Bryant. Outside, Wall. Here's Howard. Pass to Decker for the 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
Prince kicks to Young. Shot clock at 6.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Howard finds Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. Over Young. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Bryant. 11 points for Wall.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Now, here is Young. 9 points in the game so far. Now, here's Dedmon. Defense right on him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Bradley Beal picks one up. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
And the first one at the line is good. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Carter comes in for Taurean Prince. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Wizards leading by 13. Beal gets a wide open look. The rebound by Young.
Were those guys back on defense? I didn't see him. Somehow someone missed an assignment. Luckily he bricked the mid-range.
Here's Carter. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Wall passes to Decker. Back to Wall. Howard kicks to Beal. Back to Howard. Over Davis. And Davis sends it back. It's Young on the wing, covered by Wall. Young dishes to Carter. Back to Young. Now, here's Howard. Decker passes to Bryant. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And you can see why the D is willing to just back off and really take their chances with his jump shot.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first one falls.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
So both teams changing it up here. Vince Carter hits them both.
Well, Carter just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's good from Young. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
Now here's Green. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Knicks in New York. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They could use a bucket, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks. Washington shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. Bembry's checked in for Atlanta. Brown is checked in for Washington. Both free throws good for Bryant.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And Young kicks to Bembry. 1:51 left here in the second. Bazemore against Green. Here's Bembry. Tipped away and taken away by Brown. Down low. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Brown. And that's 13 points for John Wall.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
Now here's Bazemore. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there. Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
All with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Chalk up 2 there. Young's got 13 points.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Satoransky against Bazemore. Now here's Satoransky. He started closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wall's shot is off. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 7.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
For Atlanta, they have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Bryant. Ariza comes in for Brown. And it's Jordan McRae in for John Wall. Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And really, it's hard to guard a guy like Bazemore because of how high he can get up. His athleticism is just boundless.
And Washington making a change here. Parker's checked in. Bazemore against Satoransky. Here's Portis. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Wizards lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks a lot. John, looks like you're really in attack mode, getting into the paint to get your teammates open.
Oh, man, you see it, man. The lane is open. I'm finding my teammates, and they just get those guys open. That's one thing I said I want to work on since I've been here. I don't want to just be a myself player. I want to be a team player, and they're doing a great job of setting screens, getting me open, and I got to just keep finding them and making shots.
Take what the defense gives you. Thanks, John. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He had 13 points, 7 assists, and 6 steals. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch, barbecue chicken alert, make good entry passes. That led to some good looks, obviously a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling thy paint. Shaquille.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back, folks. Always so much activity going on here in the bustling metropolis of Atlanta, Georgia. We've played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Wizards leading by 8. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Then it's Young. Then there's Len. So that's the Hawks 5. And Beal kicks to Wall. Beal deciding where to go with it. And it falls over the rim and in. Beal's got the first bucket of the third here for the Wizards.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his third foul of the game. On defense, the Wizards. They led by as many as 18 points. It's Prince on the wing. Ariza covering. Len, good.
Well, he's a high percentage shooter that close. Len being aggressive right now every time he's getting the ball in the paint.
Right side Wall. Portis with it. Now guarded by Len. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Herter. He's covered by Beal. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Prince against Parker. Prince misses. Wizards leading by 8. Out to the right wing. Young with the steal. Herter finished off the break. 7 points in the game.
You know, after the pick, good job igniting the fast break. Young is a catalyst in so many ways.
And Wall kicks to Portis. Outside Beal. Just 5 on the clock. There's the lob to Portis. Young with the steal. All alone. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Prince does a nice job there leaking out in transition, and when he gets that kind of room, it gets dangerous.
Ariza goes in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Taurean Prince. The Wizards have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. free throw drops for Ariza. Ariza hits them both. Here's Young. 13 points in the game. Passes it to Collins. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That is his first foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Herter covered by Parker. Rocket 6 fades away. Washington with the rebound. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Beal in the corner. Buries the long-range jumper. Beal's got 15 points.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Ariza with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Pass to Portis. Out to the right wing. Wall against Young. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Portis. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Dwayne Dedmon, not a big name in the NBA right now, Brent, but he's a very productive player in what time he sees on the floor.
Well, he never does anything without misstep out there. Great length for a player. He competes on both ends of the floor, and he bolsters up a front line no matter what position you put him at, the 4 or the 5.
And the Wizards making a change here. Howard's checked in. The Hawks trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
I like how Taurean Prince moves the ball, consistent at getting it to his teammates within the offense.
And it's Wall with the ball for Washington. They led by as many as 18 points. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Len grabs the board. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Inside, here's Dedmon, and Dedmon throws it down.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Now here's Wall. He's got 13. And now here comes Young leading the break.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. It's an excellent job.
Ariza with the bucket.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Hawks trail by 8. Herter, he's covered by Beal. And Young, here we go, lays it up off the glass. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Wall kicks to Parker. And so Washington again turning it over. And now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East would definitely turn some heads.
Dishes it to Young. Shot clock at 5. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Len passes to Prince. Offline from the top of the key. Wizards leading by 6. And it's Ariza in the corner. Back to Parker. And stolen by Dedmon. To the inside. Prince. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Prince has got 11 points.
Well, he has good size at his position, and Taurean Prince, even though traffic around him doesn't speed him up. Nice shot there.
All with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Beal's shot is good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Wall against Young, and Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Hawks making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Green, he's checked in for Washington. Satoransky comes in for John Wall. Atlanta with the ball. 7-point differential. Young finds Davis. 6 to shoot. Washington's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. It's Young on the wing. Herter, he's covered by Beal. The dish to Dedmon. And the shot goes in. Dedmon's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the pass to Beal. The tray. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line. And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But
2 shots.
He has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
A free throw drops for Dedmon. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him is he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a 3-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
And Satoransky kicks to Bryant. Back to Satoransky. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Atlanta gets called for the foul. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Free throw good, Satoransky. Good on both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks, trailing by 5. Kicks it to Bazemore. Bounce pass Davis. Pass to Bazemore. Spellman. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Satoransky, the pass to Parker. Looking for Satoransky, and he gets it there. Tipped away. Young with the steal. Dedmon kicks to Young. It's stolen by Green. It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Bazemore. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Washington, they had been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Free throw good. Beal. John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Wall's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. The Hawks trail by 4. Now Young, 17 points in the game. He kicks to Bazemore, passes it to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Clock at 6. Young passes to Collins, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Collins has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Washington's gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact, 7 of 17. Beal finds Bryant. Beal against Bazemore. And again, Washington no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Inside and finished off by Collins.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
It took a lot of energy just trying to even things up. We'll see if they have enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Here is Parker after the basket by Atlanta. To the inside, Bryant, and Bryant slams it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
Atlanta with the ball, following the bucket by the Wizards. Young taking his time here. Spellman. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Bryant. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 9 assists now tonight.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Bazemore. 6 points for him.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
With Kent Bazemore, Brent, a lot of what he brings on the defensive end starts with his length, a very large, long arm span.
Shooting 2.
Yeah, not a picnic for any guard that's trying to navigate around the length of Kent Bazemore. He's always had an impressive steal and block total as the seasons have gone on, and the ball handler doesn't ever feel quite comfortable with Baze around.
First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And so Bazemore nails both of them.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Wall against Bazemore. Reza up top. Fires from deep. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 6th rebound on the night. Feeds it to Davis. Makes it off the glass. Davis has got 5.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now flow.
Wall dishes to Ariza. Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots. The Hawks trailing. Pass to Bazemore. Wall with the steal. Here's Portis, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. 11 points for Bobby Portis. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Let's go. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Wall. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Atlanta's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Outside, Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Collins. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Atlanta. Taurean Prince comes in for Deontay Davis. And a switcher also for Washington. Mahimi's checked in for Jeff Green. Second free throw, no good. Washington leading now by 5. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And here's Bazemore. He's got 8. Inside. And that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That's his first foul. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Washington Wizards. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The Hawks trail by 5. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got Wall. Brian is out there with Portis. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Parker in at the small forward. Hawks passing it around. Herter covered by Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Herter covered by Wall. Dishes at the end. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Ariza.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
The Hawks shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Herter, Ariza covering. And the pass to Collins. The Hawks need to get off a shot here.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Ariza with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Herter covered by Wall. Herter, the 9-footer's on the mark.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Washington calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Howard's checked in for the Wizards. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Evan?
Now here's Wall. Outside Portis. And good, coming off the assist by Wall.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Hawks. 8-point game. Lenka kicks to Prince. The shot missing. Wall with some nice defense. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Ariza. Atlanta with the rebound. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. The Hawks trail by 8. Now here's Bazemore. And it's Prince penetrating. Herter, Ariza covering. And that one, good. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Kicks to Howard. Ariza outside to the left side wing. 5 on the clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Parker's shot is off. The Hawks shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Knocked away. It's stolen by Wall. Parker passes to Howard. Out to Parker. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
How about that? Parker taking the contact and still connecting on the tough field goal attempt. That's some strength.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. Well, the fans happy to see Jabari Parker healthy and doing what he does best. Brent, talk about what makes him, in your opinion, so special.
Well, just how many comebacks he's had and just how much fortitude he's shown so far in the early part of his career. Lots of comparisons early on to Melo and to Grant Hill. And he's capable of carrying a team offensively. Just nice to see him on the floor.
And Young, here we go. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, when talking about the pressure Young puts on a defense, I'm not sure the word relentless is strong enough.
And the first one at the line is good.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly. Sometimes that emotion really comes out.
And so Young nails them both. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
Offensive rebound, Howard. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
And Young kicks to Len. And the dunk by Len.
Yeah, you're not going to fool around much on the interior, especially if you're Alex Len, that big, that close. Easy bucket.
Wall looking for an opening. He dishes it to Howard. Out to Parker. Outside Portis. Parker finds Howard. Shoots over Len. Another one falls for Washington.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Young passes to Len. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Herter, Ariza covering. To the middle, kicks it out to Prince. Over Parker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
First free throw is good. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I called Prince a complementary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
I thought Prince had a phenomenal second year in the NBA last season, asked to do a little bit more, a little more confidence in his ball handling and scoring ability. He jumped into the starting lineup, and he instantly became a key part of what they were trying to do in a very intricate offense around former coach Mike Budenholzer.
One kicks to Dedmon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
That's surprisingly good mobility there from Dwayne Dedmon. Solid at using the length he has to pick up contact inside.
That one is off. You know, Brent, with Prince and his improvement, he just offers so much from the small forward position.
Now, there's been growth in every portion of the Garden that has been his skill set. One of the better passers at his position. He showed that off and played much more under control last year. I think just given the minutes, he settled into what it is that he could do to be impactful in games and did a great job with it in his second year.
Now here's Beal. Parker outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Len's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Right wing. Herter. He's covered by Beal. It's good.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Young against Wall. Outside Beal. Three-pointer. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
Young against Wall.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Well, rooting out guys for his position and then outworking them, so you add fundamentals with the effort. Leader by example.
And he comes up with the deuce. 21 points for Trae Young.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Wall finds Howard. Back to Wall. Over Young. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Now, here is Young. Herter. A three-pointer off the mark.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Len after the basket by Washington. They get it back. He gets that one. Len's got 4 this quarter.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Now here's Beal. Here is Howard. Back to Beal. Lobbed up there for Howard. Stolen by Len. Here's Prince. Can't connect from short range. Wizards leading by 10. Wall passes to Beal. It's Ariza on the wing. Throws it up high, and it's Howard finishing it off. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 18 rebounds.
I swear Dwight Howard plays with a watch on. His timing is tremendous on those alley-oops.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Prince, and the dunk by Len.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down.
Here's Young. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now, here is Young. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, John Wall.
Yeah, he's just been a pest out there tonight, putting major pressure on him with his D. His steals keep adding up, and to have a player putting that much pressure on the ball, it does wonders for the team. It throws an opponent's entire game plan into disarray.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row.
Look, I checked the numbers, guys. We know he is great from out there. He made 1 in the first half. Now he has 1 so far in this half. Look out.
Now here's Parker. Oh, the lob to Parker. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, he's got a wide reach, so Parker's stretching out that time and grabbing it and throwing it down.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 11. That one good for 2. Young's got 26 points.
Just a great attack mentality. Got right through the defense to finish strong inside.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Atlanta making a switch here. Washington leading now by 9. All with it. Parker outside. And stolen by Prince. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. The putback, and it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Washington's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Ariza no up.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
Now here's Wall. We've got 1:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Beal can't get it to go. The Hawks trail by 7. There's the dish to Collins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Bradley Beal picks one up.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6. Portis is checked in for Dwight Howard. And so Collins nails both of them.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Young against Wall. Right side Beal. He feeds it to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And the Hawks with possession here after the basket by Washington. Herter, he's covered by Beal. Knocks down the 3-ball.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the 3-point line or you risk getting burned.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
That's tipped. Stolen by Collins.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
Yeah, and then you have to foul right away on the inbounds. Maybe the first person who touches the ball.
Offensive rebound. No good from outside. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So it gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Definitely. Everything has to happen perfectly just to give them a chance.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Knocks down the 3. Seven seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Atlanta making a switch here. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. The shot by Len, wide open, off target. And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.